At the Institute for Behavioral Genetics, our faculty, researchers, and students study some of the most important questions about genes and behavior, such as how genes influence our risk for drug and alcohol abuse, the role genes play in learning and reading disabilities, how genes control aging and its diseases like Alzheimer's, how genes affect the development of personality and cognitive abilities, and the role that genetics play in the development of psychological and psychiatric disorders. Founded in 1967, IBG is one of the top facilities in the world for genetic research on behavior and for training graduate students to become researchers and academics in this interdisciplinary science. Our research involves the collection and analysis of data from internationally renowned studies, including the Colorado Adoption Project, the Colorado Twin Registry, the National Youth Survey Family Study, the Colorado Learning Disabilities Research Center, the Colorado Drug Research Center, and the National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent Health. IBG is home to one of the nation's largest DNA repositories for research on human behavior, as well as housing a wide array of behaviorally and genetically defined lines of selected, recombinant inbred, transgenic, and knock-in and knock-out mice. These include inbred strains and selectively bred lines of mice for screening behaviors for genetic influence, mapping of genes, and functional genomics. IBG has the world's most complete collection of nicotinic receptor mouse strains, which are used to assess the role of these genes in drug addiction, learning and memory, anxiety, and brain function. Human research includes vulnerability to substance use, abuse, and dependence, learning and reading disabilities, psychopathology such as ADHD and conduct problems, and normal socio-emotional development and cognitive development, including cognitive executive functions. Our resources for this kind of human research include statewide family, twin, and adoption studies, clinical samples and their families, nationwide collaborative studies of large national epidemiological samples, and a human DNA repository of about 40,000 samples. An important goal of our research is the detection and characterization of genes and pathways influencing behavior. This involves interdisciplinary collaboration among epidemiological, molecular, biochemical, pharmacological, and statistical geneticists, as well as psychologists and psychiatrists. Tenure-line faculty who are based at IBG and faculty fellows who work on research questions are central to the Institute's mission. These include faculty in psychology and neuroscience, integrative physiology, molecular, cellular, and developmental biology, ecology and evolutionary biology, and sociology and the Institute of Behavioral Science, all on the University of Colorado Boulder campus. Psychiatry, pharmaceutical sciences, pharmacology, and the Center for Bioethics and Humanities on the University of Colorado Denver campus, and psychology at the University of Denver. In addition to research, faculty on the Boulder campus contribute to both undergraduate and graduate teaching. But IBG's primary educational mission is graduate and postdoctoral training. IBG holds 3 training grants from the National Institutes of Health, 1 each from Institutes of Child Health and Human Development, of Mental Health, and on drug abuse. These together support graduate students and postdoctoral fellows. Other support for trainees comes from teaching assistantships, research grants, and private foundations. The research of the Institute is also supported primarily by research grants from the National Institutes of Health. IBG holds at least 50 externally funded research projects. In fact, IBG, with just 8 tenure-track faculty in the graduate school, is consistently the largest recipient of National Institutes of Health research and training support on the Boulder campus, reflecting the stature of IBG's faculty and researchers. The mission of the Institute for Behavioral Genetics is to conduct research on the role of genetics in behaviors of importance to society, and to train the next generation of behavior genetic researchers through our graduate and postdoctoral training programs. This is who we are, and this is what we do at the Institute for Behavioral Genetics at CU Boulder.